Hey guys, so I just did some sculpting on the dragon head here, and I see some voids that I would like to fill with foam so I don't eat up that two-part epoxy as much, because that's more expensive than the foam. So if I could fill all these little crevices and well, that's a big crevice, but like all the little dimples and everything, and get it to a nice smooth surface, I probably won't use as much as that two-part epoxy, and I would prefer to do it that way. As you can see, I shaped with the knife and did a nice sanding again. I'm also going to add a horn off the tip of the nose here, and then one more horn in the back corner, in the back of the head there. So we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, so I'm ready to start the two-part epoxy. I'm going to start with my horns. I'm using this stuff, Freeform Air. Never used it before. It's a two-part epoxy, and I think it's going to give me the look I'm looking for. I'm going to get myself all set up and see what I can do. It's one part by one part, so even amount mixture. From what I get from it, grab a handful of one, grab a handful of the other, mix them together even, and get started. So I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to get myself prepped, and then I'll tune you back in. Alright, so came well advised to wear some rubber gloves while you do this. I guess because it is an epoxy, harmful to the hands. I normally don't follow directions, but I'm going to go for it this time. So you see your two parts, you got your gray and your white. And I'm going to go ahead and mix it up and get rolling again. Alright, so I got my two even parts. I'm going to start mixing them all together nice. And see how this all goes. I did watch a few videos beforehand. I was advising to mix it over something. There's little crumbs you drop down. You can scoop them up if you have them on a clean surface. Mix them right back in. From what I get from it, you want to get rid of that whole marble look. You want it to be one uniform color before you get started with it. It's really not as sticky as I thought it was going to be. It's really not too bad at all. It's kind of like Play-Doh. It drove me crazy watching somebody else mix this stuff. It took forever. So hopefully I can do it a little faster and just as effective. It's looking pretty good. So got a little marble going on. Kind of keep folding over itself, and like I said, I did watch another video, and it was advised you had a little can of water nearby and a paintbrush like this. A little thicker I wanted, but I'm working with what I got right now. Let's see how that works out. Alright, now it's starting to get a little stickier on my hands here. Looks pretty good to me. I'm just going to start sculpting, see how it goes. I don't know exactly how thin I can make this. But like I said, it's going to be a bit of a learning experience for me.
Definitely. And I am, more than ever doubt it's different.
go on pretty good. I don't know if you caught that one. One part I did see in the other video I watched. Before he started coating with the epoxy, he got his hands wet and with the residue still in his gloves, and rubbed the surface he's about to apply the epoxy to. And seems to help the adhesion a little bit.
Aren't you doing it in a bigger chunk? Is it going to take a long time to do it that way?
Put that up. Alright, so I did the epoxy on one of the horns and the front horn there. And I got a little excited and started painting once I saw it start to come together. But I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to see how this epoxy dries up. I seem to get a little thin in some areas, so I don't know if it's going to crack or have any issues with that, but I will let you know. Looking pretty good though. Add some teeth and we'll have ourselves a dragon.